the Datavard demo, which aims to show that we are using Outboard for ECC systems to archive an FI document. Then we are addressing the points whether the FI documents related items such as document attachments or data which is related revealed in the data relationship browser. In this case, there would be special ledger items are unchanged and also available for the document after archiving. In this demo scenario, we would choose an FI document. We would go through the list of attachments. We would display the content of attachments. We would then later on go and look at the data relationship browser and see the related special ledgers. We would check if the special ledger totals are already cleared, and then we would be archiving that very FI document. We would open that FI document from the archive file after running the archive session, which would load the data back from Outboard using the storage that Outboard is now leveraging, which is a storage of cloud. And then we would be repeating the scenario which we did in prior with the document that was available in the online SAP system. And then we would display the archive attachments, and we would show that the related documents which are not archived are not changing, and hopefully that is all going to turn out the same way. So let's go first through the simple transaction of FB03 and introduce our candidate for this archiving demo in a form of a finance document. I already filled here the document number and of course the company code and the fiscal year, which identifies one very unique FI document. We would be using this guy always during the same demo, during the entire demo. Here are the line items just to have a quick look at the header. We may memorize that this has been the same document along all the way with all the reference keys, whatever we pick. But I think it's of course obvious that we could look at the just one sec here. Yes, we can look at here the data relationship browser. We could show later on in a second the attachments as well. So let's first start with the attachments. Jumping on the attachments, you see here there are archive link based attachments. So these attachments would remain as well attached after archiving because these are separately handled by archive link. This attachment I created in prior, and I would be now displaying this document, this attachment, which is a PDF file, via saving it on my front end and then just opening the signed application to simply display the content of the PDF. Let's give the name new file for demo, and I'm saving it on my desktop right away in PDF format, which is assigned with my PDF reader. I get out of this window here, and then I'll just jump to my desktop to see the file which I have exported from my SAP system. And this is indeed here an invoice, which is a template. It doesn't have any content related to the business, but it has just a PDF layout that shows us that there is a document attached, and we could definitely access that document, of course, while the FI document is in the system. Jumping to the data relationship browser would reveal that there are also, as you see, special ledger documents attached to this or related to this accounting document up there. And opening those special ledger documents shows us that there are, of course, cleared values with total 0. That we could also jump to the next one, and we could see that all of them are cleared. It is important for us to keep track that the totals are not changed during archiving, and whatever we do with the initial FI document has no impact to the relation nor to the totals of these attached special ledger. This, to be honest, already summarizes what I mean to show with this demo. And after this one, we can now go to the archiving and just use the standard Sarah cockpit to archive this FI document and delete it from the SAP database. Let me just recall quickly the name of the variant I created in prior. I think it was Z demo, so I already saved the values of this FI document in my prior prepared variant. But actually, since I don't find it, we can just use the cache. I think we can just jump back and use the cache quickly. Yeah, that is right. It's the test archive that I have created. And you see I already maintained the details here in the variant. So when this archiving session is executed, it will only pick this very FI document, which I used as a sample. So it would only exclusively archive this one. And let's give it a name, the archive demo. So I could always find this session easily with this one single FI document that is being moved from the SAP database to the external file, leveraging seamlessly the Outboard service, which is the archive service connected to the cloud, and that is going to be reading the data from the cloud through the Outboard seamlessly after that. I also give quickly the printer definition. Hopefully that will not result in any printing, because I don't have a printer attached to my laptop. Running this session, a new archiving job was scheduled, and it is pretty fast since actually there is just one document in there. I can already jump back, switching back the keyboard. Sorry, yeah, some keyboard issues. Jumping back to the archive file browser. Which would already reveal that I have a new session up there on the top 1544. And in that session, I have only this specific FI document, but with all the tables that I used as a source for creating this archive session. As you see, the archive file was assembled using the same field from various tables that has the related entry in there. And I have archived and deleted this from the SAP database and moved it into this very archive file 1544. So that data is only available from archiving session 1544 now on. When I go back to my FB03 transaction, I would access this data from the archive file through Outboard from the cloud storage. So going back to FB03, to give a fresh start of the summary session part of our demo, you see that when the data is displayed, there should be, and there is at the end of on the bottom of the screen, the message that data is opened from the archive. That's the very same FI document, but it's open now from the archive file, and we can now go and display the header information. You see that the same reference key is this very same file, very same FI document, but we read it from the archive file. With good performance, it already opened from the archive. Let's go to the attachment list and see that this is also the same attachment, which remains here unchanged. Although I did not do anything with the attachments, it remained the same because the attachment was prior archived with archive link and attached to this finance document. Saving it, giving it the name a second file to make sure we have no conflict with the prior created file name, giving it a PDF extension. We could now display the second file, which is actually in fact the same file, proving that the attachments are still available, still accessible after archiving. Opening the second file, it appears the same. No wonder, because this is literally the very same file, just a different copy of that one. That proves that the file which is attached to the FI document before archiving opens the same way after archiving. Going to the data relationship browser, we hope to see, and they are here, the special ledger documents which are related. They are also unchanged, even though we did not archive the special ledger. This is still appearing with the same list, and the totals are also unchanged. You see all items are here, they are cleared, and the totals are not changed. So archiving the initial FI document had no impact on the related special ledger, nor on the attachments that were also created in prior. So hopefully this demo gave a convenient proof that via archiving the sample document, which is an FI document in this case, there is no impact in the list of attachments, which are also available attached to the document when displayed from archive, and the same applies for related special ledger documents, which are also available from the online system. They are still related, and the totals are unchanged. Hopefully, this demo helped you to answer your questions, and we are always available for questions for our next session. Thank you very much.